we are really excited to kick this off, our activation day off. I'd like to, if you will help me welcome, we have the regional president here, Mark Nuckham.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I'm Mark Nuckham. I'm the region president for Sprint. I cover Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and I run everything Sprint in those 3 states. And just super happy to be here with you. I brought a bunch of my team members here in support of this project. So this project, so you know, is really the brainchild of our CEO, Marcelo Clore. If you don't know Marcelo, he's hard to miss. He's about 6'7". He looks a lot like me. Only my team laughs. You guys don't laugh. About 6'7", and you know, he's from South America, Bolivia, Guatemala area. Grew up in a very impoverished area and managed to get into Bentley College and go to school up in Boston. Worked real hard, learned the ropes, and became very successful. He started a company called Bright Star. And if you don't know, Masayoshi-san, who is the owner of a company called SoftBank, bought Bright Star and made Marcelo Clore a billionaire. So it's a really interesting story of somebody who didn't speak English, came from a very impoverished area, and really worked his way up to be a very successful business person. And Marcelo is a very dialed-in person and in tune and very into giving back. And one of the things that he saw as a very big unserved need was the fact that many students like yourselves have a lot of homework. Anybody have a lot of homework in here? Not yet, right? It's first day, not yet. So you will get a lot of homework, and we understand that a lot of that homework is to be done at home and online, and that many of you don't have access to the internet at home. And so Marcelo made it his mission to, over the next year, give out 1 million free devices, whether it be phones or tablets, to give the device and the service away for free so that you guys and girls can go home at night and get your homework done, so that you too have all the advantages that everybody else does, so that you can make the best go of it and you can be wildly successful. So that's the intent of the program. I hope you really do make the most of it. Study hard, use the internet, use the devices. I'm sure you'll use them for fun too, and that's okay. But make sure that you're using them to do your homework, okay? Because that's what's super important. Get great grades, you guys. That's my advice to you. Get great grades. Study hard. One of the things that I always tell my team is to do stuff outside of practice. Okay? Make sure you're doing stuff outside of practice. And practice for you guys would be school. Everybody's going to school and getting the same information. It's what you do outside of practice that will distinguish you from other players, other students. Okay? So read books outside of school that you're not required to. Try to make yourself better outside of what everybody else is doing and distinguish yourselves. But I'm super proud on behalf of Sprint to be here and represent Sprint and be a part of this program, and just really elated to be here. And with that, I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Smith. You're welcome.
Good morning. I'd like for everyone to just give an incredible round of applause for Sprint for picking us. And I'm going to introduce an incredible person that made part of this dream come true. When I spoke with her last year, and that's Ms. Hobbs. Ms. Hobbs is the best tech director in the world, the whole world, all right? When I spoke with her last year, she says, Superintendent, how can we figure out how to give, okay, so you have the laptops and you have the Chromebooks, but there's something else that's supposed to go with it, right? How do you connect them? And she says, we're going to figure out something to make this work. So Ms. Hobbs, would you come up, please? She's going to take you through a little series, a little show, just to give you an idea of how this thing started, what it means, and how you guys can take advantage of it. So we appreciate her services. I think she's awesome. I think she's absolutely incredible. Everything that she says she's going to do, she does. How many of you are like that? Everything that she says she's going to do, she does. All right, some of you are like, I'm almost like that. Okay, before we get started, Ms. Hobbs, do you have any of your members of your tech team here?
I do.
We'd like for you to introduce them.
This is Ben Stone. He's an intern from UC. Eileen Manira. She's my right hand and my assistant. Couldn't do life without her. This is Daniel Fisher. He's also a UC intern. And Emil Banatwala. He's from Cincinnati State as an intern.
Usually tech people are pretty quiet. They're kind of mysterious people. They kind of work on stuff, and then all of a sudden, all your devices and everything starts working. You give them a big hug at the end of the day, and you're like, thank you, Mr. Tech person or Miss Tech person, and then they go away. And you only call them back the next time that you have a breakdown, right? Okay. How many of you have that desire to be a techie? You believe you're the tech person. You solve technical issues in life for other people. How many of you are usually the person that are breaking the devices? All right, okay. So, Ms. Hobbs, all yours.
Sure. I'd like to begin by thanking Sprint for bringing us together on this particular day to celebrate an opportunity for our kids. The story for Winton Woods actually begins about 7 years ago when the district initiated the first new tech district school within a school, the Academy of Global Studies. It was through an innovation grant that we were able to provide a project-based learning environment with technology that enables. We were able to provide a one-to-one program for our kids with laptops. What we were not able to provide was internet access at home. So for years, the district brainstormed on ways that we can do this. We partnered with local community businesses to offer Wi-Fi spots for our students to go to where it was a safe environment. We also extended our media center hours before and after school for our students. So now now with winning the Sprint's 1 million project, we're able to offer internet access at home for our kids. So let's learn a little bit more about what that project is. "70%
of America's high school teachers assign homework requiring online connectivity. Yet more than 5 million families with school-aged children do not have internet connectivity at home. For these students, success is difficult, if not impossible, to achieve. This is their story.
Growing up, skateboarding was my escape.
Running makes me feel at peace, just a chance for me to breathe.
I love to cook because cooking is my passion. It's part of my life.
We know that talent and potential is kind of widely distributed in our society. We know that because in athletics, we're able to find those kids. We're able to find football stars and basketball stars in some of the poorest neighborhoods. We could find engineers there too.
My goal is to get into the Air Force Academy right after I graduate and go into the Air Force for engineering.
My goal is to get into the STEM major, attain my bachelor's, then my master's, and eventually my PhD.
My dream is to become a chef and to have my own culinary school in my country.
I think for kids who don't have access to the internet, the immediate impact it means that they can't communicate effectively with their teachers and with the school. But I think in the long term, what it represents is a deep marginalization and a real obstacle to opportunity.
A lot of my teachers assign me homework on days like Sunday. I missed about 4 assignments because I wasn't connected.
I come home when it's dark, late. Sometimes I don't even finish my homework. I have to go to school very early to get it done.
It's always been challenging financially for all of us, and my parents always are sad when they can't give us everything, for instance, internet.
It's so ironic that we focus a lot on the achievement gap as measured by how well kids do on tests and their graduation rates. What we don't focus on is the opportunity gaps that actually are responsible for those gaps in achievement.
All kids have potential, and they deserve the opportunity to succeed. That's why Trevante, Marlene, and Hannah will be connected through the Sprint 1 Million project.
I'm so excited having this device right now because I needed internet at home.
It's really just, it's unbelievable. Kind of want to cry, but try not to.
Wow. That's amazing, you know? I really like that.
Well, I think the potential power of this program is that it'll be a resource for many kids right now who don't have them, who will become more effectively engaged with their schools and with their academic work and with information generally that hopefully will broaden their horizons and expand opportunities. So I think it is really crucial.
Now that I have the device, I'm able to just like go home, go through my backpack, find my laptop, open it up and do work. Because it's like all right there for me.
Now that I have the device, I actually don't have to worry about where it is I have to go to find internet access. I can just be at home and actually do my homework on time, reasonable hour, and get enough hours of rest.
The 1 Million project helped me to get closer to achieving my goals, so I believe that it can help other children to achieve their goals too.
So just a little bit about the program here at Winton Woods. Sprint and the Sprint Foundation, they partnered to create the 1 Million project that will connect 1 million high school students over the next 5 years who don't have internet access at home to help level the playing field and eliminate the homework gap. We are proud that Winton Woods City Schools has been selected to be one of 118 districts across our country in 32 states and only 3 in Ohio participating in this first year in this particular grant. High school students, eligible high school students, will receive a free hotspot device, which we have some in the back. On this hotspot device, the parents don't need to worry because there is a free Children's Internet Protection Act compliant filter on it that blocks adult content and malware while they're on the Sprint network. The filter is always on and cannot be disabled by the students. Each student will receive 3 gigs per month of free high-speed LTE data while they're on the Sprint network, and then unlimited data will be throttled at 256K after that. Examples of what a student can do with 3 gigs of high-speed LTE data in a month. They can send approximately 300 emails, visit 240 web pages, make about 60 social media posts, and watch 8 hours of video per month. Parent requirements, parent responsibility. We must have the parent provide permission in order for the student to participate in this 1 Million project. This will happen annually. A parent must also certify that their student does not have internet access in the home and that this 1 Million project will be the sole source of the student's in-home internet access. Lack of internet access at home means either no internet in the home, multiple students in the household with access to a single computer, or dial-up at home. This is a Winton Woods requirement. Must be an active student attending our high school or our alternative program currently in grades 9 through 12. The device may be deactivated for non-attendance and truancy and will be deactivated if the student is withdrawn from our school. The student may be billed $99 if the device becomes damaged, lost, or stolen. This is a device that does not need to come to school every day because we provide internet access at school. This device should most likely stay at home. The device must be returned at the end of the school year or upon withdrawal, and all applicable device management policies will remain in effect. Another Winton Woods rule. District has the right to terminate an internet scholarship based upon the following criteria: truancy and non-attendance, failing grades, quarterly checks, violation of our acceptable use policy, or an administrative referral. We want to thank Sprint for making a difference in our kids' lives. We'd like Board President Jessica Miranda to say a few words.
All right, everyone, let's get a huge round of applause because this is exciting. I tear up watching that video because he really hit the nail on the head. We have to find ways as a board, as a community, as a district to close the opportunity gaps so our kids can do whatever they need to do to achieve in our achievement gaps. So thank you so much, Sprint. Thank you very much for bringing this opportunity to Winton Woods, one of 3 districts in Ohio, guys. What? This is warrior country! Woo! I love it. Thank you so much. We're very grateful. Kids, I hope you take full advantage of this. This is awesome for our students. Thank you.
All right, we're here at the Winton Woods Middle School for our 2nd annual Warrior Rally. Once again, we're coming out this year, the first day of school, across the entire Winton Woods City School District, and we're welcoming our students back, encouraging them to be the best that they can be, do all that they can do, and aspire to be the next president, the next lawyer, the next doctor, the next congressman, the next anything. We want to encourage these students to do their best and be their best. So we're out here for the 2nd annual Warrior Rally. Go Warriors! Don't be so happy to be here this morning. There you go. How you doing, sir? Good morning. Good morning. It's okay to smile. There you go. It's only the first day of school. It's okay to smile. It's only the first day of school. We won't hurt you. We're here to make sure you learn. Learn. How you doing there, sir?
Good morning. We are so excited to have this opportunity for our community to come in and to be able to not only welcome our students to a new school year, but to show our students that we not only care about them, but we want them to succeed. And I think that every student in our community should have the backing of the community. So it's such a great opportunity for us to kick off the school year and excited for the academic growth upcoming.
So Kalita, tell us a little bit about Lead to Feed.
Lead to Feed is a nationwide program for middle school and high school students that helps them use leadership to make a difference in their own community and their school.
And how do you think you learned leadership skills? Or what skill did you learn?
I learned how to collaborate and better work with other people, and I really learned how to listen to their ideas and consider them, and how to bring out other people's ideas instead of just putting my own out there.
So what do you think of this idea of Lead to Feed, where you win money to give to charities but not for yourself?
I think it teaches a really important lesson about how you have to give to other people, and it's not all about yourself, that you have to make a difference with other people because a lot of times they're going to need it more than you do.
So Camden, how did you feel when you found out that we won the grand prize for Lead to Feed?
I was actually pretty happy because we saved a bunch of lives, like over 1,000 lives. Then it could have been anybody around here that we know. So it was a pretty exciting moment.
So what do you mean we saved lives?
Like these kids, it might be some kids or some adults around there that's starving and don't even have a place to go, or they just around. And we were able to like give them food and be able to take care of them so they couldn't die, and we just could have saved their life.
So did we actually give them food, or how did we get food to them?
We got a fee we won, and we got $20,000 to give to the Freestore Food Bank, and then the Freestore Food Bank will break it down and give people meals.
So Allie, tell me a little bit about the project that we won for.
So we basically started off with our vertical garden, which we made by our classroom, and we all worked on that.
So why did we do a vertical garden? What was the purpose?
We did a vertical garden because we wanted to improve the school culture, and through research we found that plants would help with that.
So you talked about research. Did we just have to figure out what plants, or what research was involved with this?
We started off with research on how to improve school culture. We made presentations to Mr. Sanker, and then when we decided we wanted to do the vertical garden, we looked further into like what kind of plants would be more helpful.
Are there any things that you wanted to do with the think tank but you couldn't do because of like challenges and things like that?
Well, I felt like we could have done more. It's just that since we are just a school, we can't do a lot of things. But we did quite a bit to the think tank, so it looks pretty good right now.
Okay, so both of you, how did your teams handle obstacles or challenges?
For our team, whenever we had a problem, we would first look to see what caused that problem and see what things we can change about our execution to alleviate the problem.
For our problems, we just needed together and talked about some solutions and what other things we could do to basically go around that obstacle.
Do you think you grew as a leader this year?
Yeah.
In what way?
Last year I didn't really say anything I wanted to, and I speak out more in class now.
How did you take charge with the vertical garden, let's not call it?
It looked fun from the beginning, and I just thought it was something that I would enjoy doing, so I just thought I would take charge in it.
So as a leader, did people listen to your ideas and listen to you?
Yeah, everyone listened to me when I told them what to do, or tell them if they were slacking on the job or not.
So do you think they respected you?
Yeah, they all looked at me like a leader, I guess.
Yeah. So EJ, you were called out as one of the most improved for leadership. What do you think about that?
I think I did grow as a leader a lot because like towards the beginning of the year, I was just kind of like just doing myself instead of helping out with others as they do it too. So this year, I feel like I grew as a leader because now, instead of just doing it, not helping others get theirs done, I help them. Like I lead them in how they should do it too, so that we can all get it done together.
Do you think that's part of the new tech network way?
Yes, because it's helping instead of just my agency alone, it's helping everyone else's with theirs too. So it's focusing on what we could do together, like what more people can accomplish together instead of what just one person can do by themselves.
So how did you feel at the end of the project?
I felt more confident. I felt like I was able to get work done and on time, and to be reliable on my teammates.
Are you looking forward to our class next year?
I am. It's gonna be a great new year because we got more tools. I have more knowledge of what we're gonna be doing, and it's gonna be a nice smooth run.
Thank you.